Caribbean travel news. What do we have new? Let's talk Caribbean travel news. So this is a video. I don't know how often I'll do it. As long as there's travel updates within the region, I'll post these videos, or anything I think that is worthy talking about, I'll mention it here. So things that I'm excited about or excited to hear about. KLM will be doubling flights to Trinidad and Tobago from Amsterdam. Is it because of me? I think so. I think that I should be the ambassador. Just kidding. But currently, KLM operates flights 3 times a week on their service between Trinidad to Amsterdam. However, from October the 27th, 2024, they'll be doubling flights from 3 times a week to 6 times a week. Just a note for the flights, they fly directly from Trinidad to Amsterdam. However, from Amsterdam to Trinidad, they have a stopover in St. Martin. If you're taking the flight, no, you don't get to come off the plane. It's just a stop for an hour for passengers to disembark and embark on the flight, and for them to clean up the plane a bit and to refuel. So it's like a stop for about, like, let's call it 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours, and then they continue to Trinidad, and then they fly directly from Trinidad to Amsterdam. Yay! Excited for that. So if you're looking, hopefully the prices go down. Currently, I'm looking at the prices for November, December, and it's about 1,200. So hopefully if they're doubling flights, they lower the cost. Hopefully. Then we have Caribbean Airlines, who will now be flying to San Juan, Puerto Rico, starting July the 14th. I think they opened sales for tickets from May the 2nd. So that's exciting. If that was on your bucket list, I think it will be much easier to get there. Hopefully the prices also look good. The main connection will be through Barbados. They'll be doing the service 3 times a week. So they have Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. The routes will be Trinidad to Barbados, Barbados to San Juan. Then Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, they have San Juan to Barbados, Barbados to Trinidad. So to San Juan, if you're leaving from Trinidad, your days would be Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, and the return flights would be on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Sounds good. Sounds good. The other 2 mentions, these things, what can we call it? Intentions. The next 2 are intentions, but I'm still excited about it. So we have Inter-Caribbean Airlines that plans to extend Trinidad and Tobago within their routes. So I honestly never heard about the airline before, but I think that Trinidad and Tobago were the only ones left out of this Inter-Caribbean vibe, because it's a Turks and Caicos based airline, and their slogan is connecting you and the Caribbean. However, looking at their routes, Trinidad and Tobago seems like the only Caribbean countries that were not connected in this route. And now they plan to extend the service to Trinidad and Tobago. Now, I'm not mad about it, but why did it take so long? So they have formally requested permission to operate from Trinidad. So I don't know if that's like a territory thing with Caribbean Airlines. I don't know what people in the territory, because I guess it will make it too convenient for us to travel within the Caribbean. But let's see what they say. The Inter-Caribbean Airways currently services 17 countries and 25 destinations. So this will be very interesting, because once there's competition in the market, we know that Leat went through some restructuring and they have not resumed flights as yet. However, so moving on to the next point, Leat 2020 has plans to resume flights from August 2024. So let's see if that comes into fruition. We knew that Leat was another option to get flights, or relatively affordable flights within the Caribbean. After COVID, they closed down, I don't know what to call it, went through some restructuring. They are now with Airpeace, and yeah, hopefully they resume flights in August 2024. So let's see how that goes. Leat, they currently have their ATR 500s And they also just acquired 2 E-145 jet aircrafts, which they have applied for their air operations certificate or whatever to make sure, I guess, that they could fly it. So let's see. Then we have Connect Caribbean. Now y'all, I looked at their little press conference and it's giving, the word is not coming to me right now. It's giving we want to do this, but we don't have everyone on board as yet. So if we get the majority on board, the people that we want to get on board will come on board. I think that's the best way I could explain it. Now, I am interested in this type of service and what could come out of it, but right now it's seeming very shaky. So basically, Connect Caribbean will be an inter-island ferry service. So the countries that are to be included in the routes are Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, St. Lucia, Grenada, St. Vincent and Grenadines, Dominica, Antigua and Barbuda, and St. Kitts and Nevis. The main countries that seem to be on board so far are Trinidad, Guyana and Barbados. So their aim is to have like a cargo as well as passenger ferry service between these islands. This will be interesting, but at the same time, I want to see how feasible it will be in terms of the time that it will take, especially, let's say, Trinidad to Antigua. The only way it will really be feasible is if the cost is better than the airline cost, because we know that like the passenger boats that we had before, it should be faster than the cargo ferries that we had going to Tobago, which used to take 8 hours, I think. So it needs to be faster than like those types of cargo boats, which should be like a ferry boat that is relatively high speed. But I'm interested to see how long it would take from Trinidad to Antigua, and then the cost it would be. And then 2, it's not a cruise ship, so it should hopefully take a day. You'll need to have like eats, drinks. Like I'm just interested in seeing the cost breakdown. I think in the first phase they will be focused on like business and cargo transits, and then they will move on to passenger, look at the options for passengers. From the last press conference a few weeks ago, I believe they were talking, I vaguely remember, I thought I wrote it down somewhere, but I probably didn't. But based on the last press conference, I think they plan to start the journey, their first service in, I think, November. I can't remember correctly, but around that time frame, they want to start their first service. So I'm really looking forward to see how this develops. So tell me, out of these things, tell me what are you the most excited for or the most interested in seeing how it develops? Comment down below. Anything else that I missed out, comment down below. Tell me anything interesting Caribbean travel news, let me know. But for now, I hope that this was informative. I hope that you can now make some more travel plans with these things in mind. And until next time, safe travels. Ciao.